tuning in. I'm Alex Crypto. Check out the website at alexcrypto.com and check me out on Twitter at alexcryptotv. Let's get right into it. Let's go over some cryptocurrencies. Current market cap has been kind of flat. It's been at right under $250 billion still. All the cryptocurrency has been moving sideways on the floor. It almost looks like an algo battle going on of some sort, as if the bulls and the bears are kind of stuck at this equilibrium point. Very weird. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. We see Bitcoin in the last couple of videos that we talked about here, and especially in TradingView on one of these older charts that I made. Bitcoin is going to continue retracing its way down, and I've been saying that I believe it's going to be lower than the target of 5,700 that a lot of people have set due to previous price history. And the reason I say that is because based on algorithmic retracement activity, I would expect Bitcoin to go further down to this 236 level. Now this is an incomplete chart for Bitcoin. This is, I think, to the tether on Binance, so it's an incomplete chart. So actually no, it's not an incomplete chart. Well, the 786 level would be below the 236. It would be somewhere over here, I think, if you were to flip this chart. But regardless of the fact, you see that the Bitcoin has been continuing to go down, just like I said. It took a pivot off the path exactly where I said, and now it's continuing its way down to 5,231. It's going to be below 5,700 for sure. It's going to be past this one-to-one retracement, and it's going to hit this first buy zone. Now it may continue lower. Why do I say that? Looking at the full complete chart as we went on in the other video, the actual retracement levels down here at the 3 grand. You see how much buying activity and selling activity, how much volume there was here in the past. See, it's a strong support level over here. We have previous activity there, so Bitcoin will probably fall down there. By the time it gets down to 4, I think it would already scare so many people out of the market that they'll be panic selling, and it's not so inconceivable that we might see Bitcoin at 2920. So we'll be watching that for sure. Let's zoom in to see on the hourly what it's been doing. Again, kind of stagnant here, kind of flatlined. It's almost as if an algo battle is going on, but you could see it. The stochastic RSI is set up for a push downward after we took this nice little algo boost here. I think this is what that was. Algo is running out of Fibonacci breakdowns, perhaps. But all in all, I will kind of continue to expect it to continue to push and push it down as far down as they can get it to go, so they can buy it up and consolidate like they always do. Now let's take a look at BitcoinCash BCC or BCH symbol. We'll take a look at BCC against the tether on Binance, because that's one of the more complete charts. Coinbase did not pick up Bitcoin until only like a few months ago. BitcoinCash rather. So let's take a look at BitcoinCash here. We see on the daily that BitcoinCash has retraced all the way down to the 876 level. So this looks very promising already. That is very good. So looking at the Bitcoin. Now you might be wondering why I don't have my Fibonacci swung from swing low to swing high. Well, it's very simple, because this Binance chart is incomplete, and I took this 876 level at $603 from the Bittrex chart. Since the algos will be using targets probably from the most complete data set, I think. But again, I could be wrong, I could be retarded, I could be saying nonsense. But it's been working for me, so anyways, moving on. So we see we're at this critical Fibonacci retracement level at $603.98. BitcoinCash currently at $621.71. So I currently put a position down for BitcoinCash. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Let's take a look at the hourly and see what BitcoinCash is doing now. Stochastic is on the ceiling, RSI is pointed upwards. That's a good sign. So could it be that we're taking our first impulse wave up? Well, I kind of doubt it, because I think a lot of these things are not going to truly moon until Bitcoin is done retracing. So we are taking a small wave up at the moment. Hopefully it could be a start of something nice. Another algo target. Well, actually, let's throw some Fibonacci's on here. So let's see what might happen. And I also have a theory that these weird candles with long wicks, like these are algorithmic target candles. Watch what I mean. So right here we went from 1 to 0, and now we're gonna go from 0 to 1. So I would put the next target as over here. This would be my sell target, probably short term, of course, but it would be somewhere here at this level between $692 and $705. So I would expect Bitcoin Cash to kind of like shoot up to this level, just simply based on Fibonacci. I don't use anything really but Fibonacci. I do use Elliott Wave, but only to confirm the Fibonacci. Fibonacci is my primary thing. I use RSI, stochastic RSI, and Fibonacci, and the volume profile. Those are my basically the 4 things that I love using, and they've been very accurate for me. Now about algo targets. Now see this candle with the wick? Check this out. I have a modified Fib tool that I use. See? 4. Why do I have 4 in white? Well, because that's usually the target. And look where it bounced off of. So you gotta include the last opposite impulse wave. So there, boom. Are my eyes working or no? Ah, okay, see, I'm like partially blind. So here we go. See that? Boom, bounced right off of that. Now we have another crazy ass wick down here. So let's measure that and see where my potential target might be for the sell. Let's see. People might be watching going, what the hell is he doing? This looks crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does look crazy, but I've been researching this a long time, and this is my crazy ass method, so everybody's got their crazy ass method. And see, this 4, it's right up in this level where my right near my sell zone, so I would actually lower it to over here. So I would expect this impulse wave to continue up to over here, where I make my sale and take a little bit of the small profit. As you could see, actually the volume is already setting up over here, and there's nice history there too. So very good, very good. Moving on to Ethereum. Now we expected Ethereum to go up, and it didn't. Why? Interesting. It went back into this 876 buy zone. Could be because it really didn't reach its retracement point yet. I mean, it kind of tapped it here, but they usually like to tap through it and below. So that's exactly what happened here. And now I suspect, if we modify these fib levels here, I suspect that Ethereum might make a short-term run to over here. It's very possible, right? Let's take my modified fib tool and see if we have some sort of a target to shoot for. Yes, we do. $405.63. If it does kind of decide to start mooning a bit, I would kind of give it this $400 target here. So we'll see what Ethereum does. I mean, stochastic is on the ceiling, so, but again, Elliott waves, they come in sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so, you know, the stochastic has to bounce up and down 5 in 5 sets. So moving on, Litecoin. A Litecoin to the US dollar on Coinbase, basically doing the same thing as Bitcoin. So in the last video we said it's gonna retrace. We basically, in the last video was up here when I made the video, so I said it was gonna retrace down to this 876 level, and it did exactly what I said it was gonna do. And I said it might even bounce up here and come back down, and that's exactly basically what happened. So, and then I said up to 876, you could expect the thing to go up there, and you have this sell zone here at the 236, which is $131.38. And if I flip this fib chart around real quick, yeah, actually it'd be around $132. That's what I would say the sell target would be. Might even want to set it a little lower, because just because you set your order there and the price level or the price chart taps that level, that doesn't mean your order is going to get filled. So you want to set it a little lower. But on the longer term, I think Litecoin will continue retracing. As we discussed in our previous video, down to even 60 bucks. 54.80, at least this chart's saying. So I think on the longer term, despite this little algo bump fractal Fibonacci retracement crap. On the long term, we may see down here $54.80. Let's hope not, but it's anything's possible. So let's, last but not least, let's take a look at QTUM here. We haven't looked at QTUM in a while. QTUM also looks like it's setting up for something interesting. Looking at the daily here, QTUM to the dollar calculated by TradingView on Bittrex. So let's get this wacky intro candle out of the way. So what do we see here? We see that after the run up we have fully retraced down past the 876 or the 87.6% level. We're back in the buy zone here. Looking at the hourly charts just to determine the short-term movements of this thing. So we had a little flag pennant form here. We had a little breakout, a little tiny breakout, not really anything too significant. And then we took a crap right back down again, and that's basically what happened there. So what can you expect from QTUM next? Well, that's a good question. I think we're gonna hover sideways here around the 876. So we're on the long-term 876 on the daily, which is the thicker peach line, and then on an internal retracement here on the smaller Elliott wave set that first boosted up, I think, on March 18th. And that has retraced down to its internal 876. So you have a confluence of 876s here and 786s. So I think it's going to bounce around a little bit over here for a little while, and then we might see a breakout again to the upside right here. Boom, somewhere over here about $18 level perhaps. Anything is possible, but let's be more realistic and a little bit more on the short term here. Let's take a look at, well, we are at the hourly, but let's take it at 30-minute here. Let's see what we could possibly expect for QTUM here in the next day. So let's throw some smaller fib lines here. Okay. So yeah, nothing too unusual. You would expect this rise up, technical retracement up to the 236, which is about 14.5 bucks, and then you could expect the thing to flop back down. Wait, hold on. Yes, go up and then flop back down. There we go. Boom and boom. Now, if it's a bullish run up, we'll bounce off to 618. If not, we'll retrace to 876 or lower. So definitely be worth to watch what this thing does. All right. So that's that. This has been your market overview. I'm Alex Crypto. Check out the website at alexcrypto.com. There's a lot of cool news articles on there. And check out me on Twitter at alexcryptotv. Thanks a lot for your support, guys. Subscribe and like the videos, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Good luck in the markets.